Hi, everyone. I'm Rebecca, and I need to get this off my chest. I'm 24, and I've spent my whole life watching my older sister, Catherine, get treated like she's made of gold, while me and my younger brother, David, just exist. Don't get me wrong, my parents aren't monsters. They love all three of us kids. But Catherine, she's something else. She's 26, gorgeous, works at some fancy marketing company, drives a BMW, and lives in this amazing apartment downtown. Everything she touches turns perfect. I'm a social worker helping kids in bad situations. David's 22 and teaches high school kids. We're not failures or anything, but compared to Catherine, we might as well be invisible. It started when we were little. Catherine would bring home straight A's, and my parents would throw a party. Literally, they'd call the grandparents, post on Facebook, take her out for ice cream. When David or I got good grades, we'd get a "good job, honey," and maybe a pat on the head. Catherine played piano, and my parents drove an hour each way to get her the best teacher in the state. When I wanted to learn guitar, they got me lessons at the local music store with some college kid who showed up half the time. The worst part? Catherine doesn't even see it. She thinks this is just how families work. She thinks everyone's parents drop everything when they call, help pay for their apartments, and ask about their day for 20 minutes every phone call. Last week was Catherine's engagement party. Yeah, she's getting married to this perfect guy named Michael. The party was at this expensive restaurant with like 30 people. Our parents gave these long speeches about how proud they are and how Catherine has always been destined for greatness. When I got engaged 3 years ago, we had dinner at Olive Garden, just the five of us. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, but the difference was so obvious it hurt. David noticed too. After Catherine's party, we drove home together, and he finally said what we'd both been thinking for years. "She's always been their favorite," he said quietly. "Everyone knows it, but nobody talks about it." I almost cried because finally someone else saw it. Catherine gets the expensive birthday gifts while we get gift cards. When she has problems, it becomes a family emergency meeting. When we have problems, we get told to figure it out. The thing that really gets me is that Catherine genuinely thinks she earned all this special treatment. She thinks she just happens to be more successful, more interesting, more deserving of attention. She has no clue that she got a head start none of us had. When she was stressed about college applications, our parents hired a consultant. When David was stressed about the same thing 2 years later, they told him to use the guidance counselor at school. When it was my turn, I got the same advice David got. Catherine's college got paid for it completely. David and I both have student loans we're still paying off. Our parents said they'd already spent so much on Catherine's education that they couldn't do the same for us. But here's the really messed up part. I still love my sister. She's